It is acidic dram. Today is July 26th in the year 2022, and this is my vlog for that date. Okay, so let's go over milestones. Today was the completion of day number 2 of intermediate fasting. Day 2 of week 2 of intermediate fasting, and this week I am doing 18 and 6. So it's 18 hours fasting, 6 hours to have meals. So it went good today, but it was kind of rough because I was making this recipe called cracked chicken, and the smell of it was just driving me bazonkers. And I wanted to get in there and start eating it, but I held strong and waited until 3 o'clock. And at 3 o'clock, I made myself 4 eggs and about 3 ounces of cheddar cheese. So I put that in the pan, then I put the eggs on top of it, salt and pepper, let it cook easy. The yolks were, runny, but very, very good. That's what I had for my lunch. But the cracked chicken is so good. If you have a crock pot and if you like chicken, it's unbelievable. If you don't, but what it is you get a couple pounds of chicken breast, like 4 chicken breasts typically, 16 ounces of cream cheese. It sounds like a lot, it is, but remember this is a keto recipe, and 1 dry packet of Hidden Valley Ranch dressing seasoning packet. Put the chicken and the cream cheese into the crock pot along with that packet. Cover it, set it on high for 6 hours. It is phenomenal, and just make sure you shred it up nice and neat. And the way I like it is I like it with cheddar cheese on top. That's it, just the chicken with cheddar cheese. That's what I had for dinner tonight. And also I had a iced coffee with skim milk and mocha, which it's coming up to elimination time for that, so I'm not going to overdo it. And I also had a Diet Coke, which is going to also be eliminated as well. Other than that, I had 2 Jello cups and some low-fat whipped cream for dessert. But what I made for Amy was she likes these low carb wraps. So what I did was I made a sort of quesadilla with it. Put cheddar cheese on all over the tortilla. Put the cracked chicken on one half of it, folded it over, and then put it in a pan. Put it in a pan with some oil and toasted it on each side. On medium low heat until let it go for like 3 minutes. Flip it over so it wouldn't burn, and flip it like every 3 minutes. So it was a slow process of toasting and caramelizing the tortilla shell. The keto friendly shells they don't toast up as good as the regular tortillas, so you got to give it time. So that's so it's good. So if you go low and slow with it, and it's good. I also, for the second time, more successful this time, I made Amy for dessert. I made her a keto cupcake. I have a video of that on my channel. So if you want to take a look at my video history and watch it, it's a pretty interesting little keto dessert. So anyway, so that's my first milestone for the day. It was day 2 of week 2 of intermittent fasting. My second milestone is day 2 of a minimum of 1 minute in the morning and 1 minute in the evening on my elliptical trainer. I did that today for the second day. My thighs are burning during that time, but incremental improvement is what I'm looking for. I don't want to feel like I have to hit a home run every time I try to conquer something new or try to improve something. So doing incremental steps. Every little step in the right direction, it will lead to, where you're going. There was this gentleman on YouTube. He passed away sadly. His name is Troy. His YouTube channel handle is Biggity Man, and if you look, his channel's still up. He was a pastor, and he was a great guy. He actually has a great saying that I was friends with him on Facebook. He actually posted it, and I think he actually said it on his on one of his videos. He's a larger man too, so he had the saying. He goes, if you're draining a swimming pool with a teaspoon, if you focus on the teaspoon, you're never going to get anywhere. But if you're trying to if you drain the swimming pool with a teaspoon, and you look at and you focus on the teaspoon and each scoop of water you take out, that is where you're seeing your progress. Is every step you take to drain that pool. Every spoonful you take out, that little step will eventually drain that pool. So I thank him for that. Troy Height is his name, and again, Biggity Man was his YouTube channel. His videos are still up. Hopefully he's still getting views. He was a charming dude, and he's very funny, and hopefully the channel's still up, and hopefully it's still generating a little bit of revenue for his wife. I hope. But anyway, so those are my 2 milestones for the day. Let's see, what else? I don't really think, I always say this, I think I have that much more to talk about today. Let's see. One thing that I think was that was interesting. I had a phone call from my mom tonight, and I have an aunt who is not doing too well. She had her son passed away a few years ago, my cousin, and so it's hit her hard. If you lose a kid, and I understand, I don't understand it because I don't have a kid and I didn't lose a kid, but I can empathize with the fact how difficult it is to carry such cross. But my mom is going to visit her this weekend, and my mom's worried about it. But what I would suggest to you, and I did say this on our phone conversation, if you're watching this video, is remember it's not about you. It's about her, and focus on her, and whatever happens, it happens. Your companionship for the time you're visiting will mean more than to her, and it will cheer her up. So hopefully it will brighten her day and to have you there. I'm sure it will. So take your time. If you have to rest, but be there for her. I know you will. She's your best friend, and you talk to her every day. So, and you love her. She's your sister, and I know that you will do the right thing with that. But just remember, if it gets overwhelming, take a break to yourself. Go outside, sit on the porch, get some air, and just relax, calm yourself, because you're there for her, and that's the most important thing. And I'm glad you're going, and I hope that your other sister is able to get up there with you as well, because that will be great to have you three together. All right, so enough about that. Okay, let's see, what else was I thinking about? Oh, something cool happened today. I didn't take a couple of my. I work from home today, and I took a break to go get an iced coffee at about 6 o'clock, 6:30ish. I went over to the next town and got a coffee. Taking a half-hour break from work. I worked from 11:30 in the morning to 8 at night. So I took a half-hour break to go get a coffee, and got it. On my way home, I decided to drive up to the end of the street. The road I live on is it used to be I guess like a mining road at one time, or a logging road, I don't know, but it used to go from the town I live in to a town called West Milford, and did a whole loop. So there's a snake den in the town I live in, and there's a snake den road in the next town over, 2 towns over, and it's the same road, but they cut off the arching loop. So anyway, I went as far as I could on my road, and I turned around, but on my way up there, there were a family of deer. There was a mama deer and 2 baby deer, and I put pictures of it on my Instagram and Facebook. It was just adorable, and it was really cool seeing them so close. I mean, it was like I was probably only 15 feet away from them. Actually, no, probably about 15. About 15, 20 feet away from them. So it was really cool seeing them, and the babies still had their white little speckled dots on the back of their coat. So you could tell they're really juvenile, really young, cute little suckers. I was baby talking them, and there was this guy who normally walks down the road and with his dog, and he saw me baby talking him, and he started laughing at me. But then he goes, "No, don't worry about it. I do the same thing." And I said, "Yeah, it's 49-year-old guy doing that." He goes, "Well, how do you think I feel? I'm in my 60s and I do it still." And I was like, "I don't know. It's human nature." But that was a cool little interaction today. All right, what else happened? It's been busy at work lately. And again, I don't know jack shit about this keto stuff. All I know is I've been trying to keep it keto for the last almost 2 months now, and I've been doing intermittent fasting only for a week and 2 days. So if you're gonna take advice from me, you're sadly misguided. So don't listen to anything I'm saying. But these benefits I'm getting from it, I cannot deny it. It has to be connected to this change I've made. Doing keto and intermittent fasting. Yesterday, I mentioned that I had such laser focus at work, and I was super, super productive. It was unbelievable. Same thing happened today too. I was annoyed, but usually I get annoyed when I get really busy and I have to do a solid couple-hour block of work without taking a break or anything. But I didn't even really notice it until I was about 2.5 hours in doing my transactions. And then I noticed, it's like, oh, my YouTube video stopped playing. So I looked over and I looked at the clock. I was like, holy cow, it's 3 o'clock. It's 3:30. I gotta go eat my first meal of the day. So I did that, and then I came back, and I had the rest of the shift until I wouldn't take my break later in the night. I was focused, productive, so productive from this. So again, I don't know if it's just like early hype, that's doing it, or if this is going to be on the regular. I hope it is, because I feel like I'm not needing as much sleep as possible. I feel like I'm such a creature of habit and also this is for my sleep too. I'm such a creature of habit of sleeping until like 9 o'clock in the morning, because I go to bed usually 12, 1 o'clock. So I usually get up at either 9 or 10, and but I noticed that the last few days I've been fighting to stay asleep. I wondered if I think tomorrow I'm going to do my best, and if I feel like it and if I have the energy, I'll just get up. So even if it's like 7 o'clock, even if it's 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, I'll just get up and do the things I need to do to take care of myself, and get ready for work, and go to work maybe early. Try to get to work at 11, because tomorrow's my in-office day. So try to get there, take my time to get into the office, and set up and get prepared for a good day. So a lot of things are happening. What's kind of cool about work too, I was going to say, is that we have this new program through, it's called KM Benefits. It's not KM Benefits, I don't fucking know what it's called. There's this app called Bonusly, where each employee gets an allowance. The regular employees get like a $50 company dollar allowance to award to recognize a fellow employee, and each 10 points is $1. So basically the company's giving you $5 allowance to award and recognize your fellow coworkers, which I think is actually a more cynical me say it's bullshit, but because a lot of it is bullshit. It's a lot of people giving it to people for no reason. I've received 5 recognitions so far, and each recognition that I received, I could tell behind the intention and the message sent is that I deserved it, and they were truly appreciative of me and my job that I do. So I think that is just fantastic. I made a vow to myself every time I get a reward, get a recognition of reward, I will take my credits and I will purchase more credits to send out to other people who I feel do a good job and who need to be recognized. So I've done that already. I've received. You can do that when you get 50. You can do it when you get 25 points, but it's easier every time you accumulate 50 points, because you can turn your 50 points in, your $5 in, to get $5 to hand back out. So I'm gonna do that. So I think I'm at 75 right now. So I'm gonna wait till I'm 100. Hopefully I can get 100 points before the end of the month, and I can send out 4 25-point rewards to people who go above and beyond the their station to help us. There's one gentleman I do want to reward because he's building a community for himself in the job, and I'm very impressed with him. I'm going to reward him with a gift. There is also another gentleman who helps me out no matter what, and another gentleman who always replies to my emails no matter what. Even if he can't help me, he sends me an email. So those are the 3 people that I'm going to reward with some points. So I think like a cynical me is that is like any corporate thing. Is there? What's the point? What's the catch? There's always something. There's always something to it. There's no real benefit to it. But I think this is a great opportunity to show appreciation to your people who you truly appreciate. And I'm glad I'm not getting awards for I say, hey, blah 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 blah. I'm actually getting rewards for actions that I take to improve their business and their goals, the company orientations to succeed. And that's all it is for me, is to make sure that whatever action I take is to help the success of other people I interact with. And that's something I truly believe. Again, like I told you, I hate my fucking job, but I love it as equally. The goal of being there is to make the company successful, make the people around you successful, to make yourself successful. Eventually, your efforts will be rewarded, and I hope in my case it does. But anyway, if it doesn't work in this case, it'll work in my next job, if I have a next job. So anyway, that's about it. That's about it with that. So work is still frustrating, and that's part of my bane of my existence, is that we have we're very low staffed right now. We have one new hire who hasn't learned anything in 2 months. He's trying, but I'm not sure if he's really trying. I have another employee that I work with who's been there for 4 years and works but doesn't really work. And then I have another one I work with. She is a 10-mile-a-minute person, frenetic, always willing to go that extra mile. Sometimes overruns the puts the cart before the horse. But her intentions are good, and she's a rock star. And so, and then that's it. We're just overworked, understaffed, under-trained staff. I mentioned it before. It was like when our company was moving from one city to another city, and they were closing down. They trained the people at a 4,000-foot level and never drilled into what the job really entailed, and told them, hey, are you sure you want this job? This is what we do. If I ever do get a supervisory position in this company, in this company, and if I'm tapped to sit in on the interview and hiring process. I'm going to make sure that I can bring the people in. Either I don't know how many interviews people do, but bring them in to make sure they know what they're doing, so they can have a quick shadow. I'll set that up where I'll have a team member job or shadow. Do a demonstration of a thing that we do. So if we had like 3 people in my department, where I could have one person set up to, hey, I'm Jolie or Jeff or Jennifer or Jabari or James or Rebecca or Suzanne. Hi, nice to meet you. I work in SOS. I've been here for 5 years, and this is one of the things we do. We enter orders in SAP and show them how the order the entry goes in. Another one would be blah blah blah. This is how we transfer a part from a tech to another tech. Blah blah blah. This is how we make a UPS label. Blah 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 blah. Actually show them some of the work, so they actually know what they're getting into. That's one thing that's always pissed me off about going to a job. It's like a secret. It's like the company who has the job wants to protect what the job actually is, because they know it's a shit environment. They're not really serious. It feels like it's an entrapment thing. So when they hire you, it's kind of like, well, yeah, you're supposed to do this. But then when you get to the job, it's totally opposite of what it is. It's pretty much like an entrapment bullshit. They trap you into it, but it's always your choice. It's a mutual agreement. You choose to work there, they choose to hire you. And my biggest saying is, if you do accept the job, and if it doesn't turn out the way you like it, you're still getting paid. Give an honest effort. Put your time in until you meet the requirements. And in my company, they give you an opportunity to post out to different positions. Do that. Find a better position or find another job. Because if your goals are not aligned to make your department successful and the other people around you successful and yourself successful, there's no point of being there for you. I mean, granted, there are people who do have to work and pay their rent, but if you're miserable at your job, if you're miserable there, some people, leave. Find another position that you may enjoy or grow to enjoy. There's so many people I work with that are in their positions that are that they didn't train to do this. I mean, I have one lady I just found out, she has a degree from a fashion institute in New York City. Heck, how cool is that? This is the farthest away. The job I work at is the farthest away from the fashion industry. But you know what? She got the job. She liked it, and she's successful. I think she's been promoted a couple times, and it's awesome. It's awesome to see. There's a lot of people in this company. A lot of people don't. They graduate with a certain degree, and their intention is to work in that field, and they don't. They end up going to a company like mine, and guess what? She doesn't like it. I'm sure she doesn't. I'm sure she'd prefer to be working in a fashion house or having a label, or having a shop of her own, working there. But guess what? She's doing she's giving an honest effort. She's been promoted, and she's doing a hell of a job. And but that's it. I mean, like for me, it's like if I've learned to find things about my job to enjoy, and taking pride in it, and pride of doing a good job, and doing what I can to help. And the thing that I have to confront is once I initiate a task, is I have to finish that task. And what's helping me with that, and helping me, it's actually circular, is what's helping me with actually keeping with this intermittent fasting and keto and this exercising thing and vlogging, is the understanding is that it's consistency, and keeping myself held accountable. Like these little chats I'm having, is, like I said, it's not for people outside of here. I'm saying it for myself, and the stuff I'm saying is I don't mind people hearing what I say, because if people need to hear my voice to make a change in their life, that's great, because I'm right with you. I'm just maybe if there's a change you need to make in your life that you need to do, I'm there with you, because I'm about 2 steps into my change in my life. So we're beginners here. There's some people that are ahead of me. If they want to reach out and share some insights or suggestions, by all means, share it with me, because we're all in it together, to be honest with you. And I hate that saying, we're all in it together, we're all in the same boat. From the COVID era, we're all not in the same boat, but, we're all living life. We all live with the human condition, and no one is immune to it. Everybody lives the human condition. Depends on what conditions they are, but no man is an island. Or if you want to be PC, no person is an island. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say today. So I hope you all had a great day. I will chat with you tomorrow. And tomorrow I look forward to day number 3 of my elliptical in the morning and the evening. And also I look forward to having a successful 18/6 fasting day. All right? So dramatic removal of sunglasses. All right, I'll chat you guys later. Bye.